I'm Tori Thomas. I just finished 7th grade and I went to Milwaukee, Wisconsin this summer on a mission trip. So we were just at this community warehouse. It was Tuesday, I think, and I mean, we were working hard, just like hammering wood and throwing it into the dumpster, tearing things apart, and I went to go get a drink of water, which I had left on the other side. And after I got the drink of water, I turned a corner, and this 200-pound old-fashioned refrigerator cabinet just fell on me. It knocked me to the ground. I was on my side, and so I was crushed. I didn't know what to do. I was just saying, like, God give me strength, God give me strength. That's the only thing I could think of.
Hi, I'm Holly Parker. I'm a youth group leader here on Sunday nights, and I was Tori's math teacher this past year, and I was able to go on the Milwaukee mission trip. Well, we were at the community warehouse, and we were just tearing it up, tearing things apart and just having a good time, focusing on serving the Lord. And Tori went to get a drink of water, and the next moment I heard is people yelling my name, Mrs. Parker, Mrs. Parker. So I ran around the corner and I saw Tori laying on the ground. I was amazed too by the students around her, how immediately they went into action. Some of the students were running to get help. Some were running to get Band-Aids, others were immediately grabbed hands and were praying for Tori.
As I was under this 200-pound old fridge cabinet, I could not feel my legs, I could not feel my hip area. I thought I was going to be paralyzed. I was so scared that I wouldn't even be able to walk. I didn't know how, this was going to affect my life. I literally thought 2 weeks into this, I'm going to be not able to walk, not able to move, not able to do anything.
We were in the ambulance and we're trying to do small talk. We remember Luke telling us at any opportunity you can share your story. So we were having small talk with the EMT that we were in the ambulance with. And Tori the whole entire time was like, Mrs. Parker, do you think I'll be able to do the community cookout tonight? She was so focused on what she was there to do for the mission trip.
As we get to the hospital, they are doing a whole bunch of x-rays and CT scans, and they find out that I had fractured my pelvis in 6 different places. And there was one that was the worst that went all the way through, which is the one that hurt the most. But I have 2 fractures on the right, and I have 4 fractures on the left. And we were just praising the Lord that there was no internal bleeding, there was nothing wrong with the organs or nothing else wrong. At the beginning of the mission trip, Luke had given us these rubber bands to remind us to be flexible and just not to complain and to be ready to go at whatever life gives us. This is where God wants me to be. I can't complain about not being with the others because there has to be a reason why I'm here. There has to be a reason why this happened to me. Well, I use this rubber band a lot as a reminder to just be joyful, and God knows what His plan for you is, and you just have to believe in that and trust it.
Through the whole situation, like I said, Tori was never complained. She was very positive, and they always say it's how you react to a situation. And I think through how she reacted to this situation, she was a true light for Jesus. And through that, she was able to share her story to so many people in the hospital. And once again, through this journey that we were trying to open the eyes of our students, she was able to open the eyes of nurses. We were able to bring the story back to our own students, and to tell them, to help them open their eyes no matter what situation they're in, that they can share the love of the Lord to everyone that they come in contact with, and share how they react to situations, that through that they can share their story and show how much that they love the Lord and be a light for Jesus.
So the day after the accident, the youth team actually came to visit me, which was the highlight of my day because I was really missing my friends and I just wanted to see all of their faces again. And they came and they actually gave me this monkey and some balloons and chocolate, and it was just really nice to see all of them, and they were so encouraging and just so helpful, and they all prayed around me, and it was just so amazing to see like the people that God has placed in my life. I wouldn't trade for anything because I'm just so blessed to have them here.
The best part of our day was seeing Tori on that Wednesday afternoon and knowing that she was okay. Our team was able to go to the hospital, and through Tori's experience, it brought the rest of our team closer together. We were able to bond, we were able to pray together, and it just, unfortunately, through this horrible experience, it brought us much closer to the Lord.
The Next Step Ministry, the theme this week was the journey. And it was talking about these 4 people who were climbing Mount Kilimanjaro and just kind of their journey and how they had to have faith in God and which direction they were going in. And I just had to keep reminding myself of that because, I was in a hospital in Milwaukee. I did not come to Milwaukee to be in a hospital. I came to serve and to go on a mission trip and go in. Be a light for Christ, and I was in a hospital and I didn't want to be there, but I had to remind myself that this is where God wants me to be right now. Like, I may want to be here at a cookout, like with kids, teaching them about God, but God wants me here at this hospital teaching the nurses like what's going on in their own city. And so I just learned like my way isn't always the best way, and you have to trust God and go in the path that He wants you to, even though it is a journey and you can get hurt from it, but it will all be worth it in the end.
She is a light, and it wasn't any different in a situation that was tragic, but yet she was able to serve the Lord in that experience.
I am Tori Thomas, and that is how God used me in unexpected ways.